Did you know we have completely ad-free early access to all of our episodes? Well, we do. Not only that, but we have dozens of bonus episodes waiting for you. Head on over to patreon.com/ghosttownpod, and you can check it out for 7 days absolutely free. That's patreon.com/ghosttownpod.
When I found out I was going to be a parent, I immediately felt a lot of anxiety and worry. So I went on to BetterHelp to try to look for a therapist to help me with that.
My relationship with my family and with my boyfriend and with myself were suffering. I really needed help.
I was ruminating a lot. Really getting those thoughts out to a therapist and getting feedback was just life-changing.
Discover what BetterHelp Online Therapy can do for you. Visit BetterHelp.com today.
A whole lot of nothing. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
There is a day that's labeled the most boring day in history. Do you have any idea what that date might be?
I'm going to say 1931.
Why?
Because I may have already been familiar with this subject.
Oh, you cheated.
Well, I didn't know we were doing this. You just sprung this on me. But of course, I look up what's the, I love
dates,
years and dates and years. And I feel like 1930 to like 1933 was the date that I remember it being like just nothing going on.
I'm so sorry. You are wrong. Does the date, April 11th, 1954, have any significance to you?
It was the day I turned 23.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not
so
that
yes?
boring.
So not that boring to you.
Not that boring to me, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I should scrap this episode. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't by design. Because April 11th, 1954 is, according to a computer program named True Knowledge, the most boring day in history. And yes, today on Ghost Town, we're going to talk about it. What's the most boring day in history was the question posed in 2010 to a computer program named True Knowledge, designed by computer scientist William Turnstall Pedo. The program contained 300 million facts, many of them tied to, of course, historical dates. After going through its vast database, True Knowledge decided that April 11th, 1954 was the most boring day in the 20th century. So it's not all of history, just modern history. So what exactly happened on April 11th that made it so boring? Any ideas what that may or may not have been?
Well, I think we're post-World War II. I think the idealism of the 1950s, I feel like that's a good window of time for not too much going on.
Mm-hmm. It was a lull.
Yeah. At least not enough negativity that's worth talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, I kind of thought of it in what was going on around it. Like, there must have, I thought the most boring day in the 20th century would be something that happened like the day after a really exciting thing or the day before, kind of a thing, because who cares about the day right after or before, like D-Day, But
I do.
You care. I'm sorry. I'll take it back. So here's what we know. What happened on April 11th. A general election in Belgium and the birth of Turkish academic Abdullah Adalar. The cover of the New York Post was 2 police people attending a conference on juvenile delinquency. A coup in India was possibly planned but not carried out. That happened 2 days later. And no notable deaths occurred, at least as far as the computer program could figure out. The irony is, though, that having done the calculation, the day is interesting for being exceptionally boring, Turnstall Pedo told The Telegraph, unless, that is, you're Abdullah Adalar. Turnstall Pedo told the Toronto Star calculating the most exciting day was a little more difficult. Quote, "The most exciting day is much harder," he said. "After all, you've got 2 world wars, assassinations, nuclear bombs, men landing on the moon. It's far easier to calculate the least eventful day. How would you compare the moon landings with Pearl Harbor?" Well, people tried. So do you want to guess the most exciting day in modern 20th century history? What do you think the most exciting day in history was in the 20th century?
I would say 1969.
1969. You are correct. Congratulations.
It's pretty. From what I recall, that is always kind of known as a very exciting year.
Yeah.
As far as news and people talking about things and things being televised.
Absolutely. Most notably, I think, the moon landing on July 20th, 1969. So that is, according to this program, the most exciting day. It's where humans, Apollo 11 first landed and people walked on the moon. It serves as this unifying triumph for not only Americans, but for all of humanity. And not only that, it's not like exciting in a devastating war type of way. It's exciting in a really like uplifting, inspirational way. So that's
Woodstock was the year before.
Mhm.
The Beatles broke up the year after. And again, yeah, it's like going into the 1970s.
Mhm.
There's a real kind of a real change.
Yeah.
From hippies and free love, and then getting probably into a little bit of the depression of the 1970s. So it's kind of like a real last hurrah for a long time.
Yeah, and technologically too, we're kind of laying the foundations for the internet, other kind of scientific leaps that we make. It's very exciting.
I was like not even 20 yet.
Wow.
I was not even 20
I don't
yet.
even remember that,
It was just a while ago.
Do you want to guess any other exciting days that were contenders for the most exciting day?
I'm gonna throw out 1975.
75 is not in there.
Okay.
Why?
I would say 75. A lot of economic turmoil and strife, and what was the blackout? 75 or 77?
Yeah, it was pretty close to there.
Serial killers, crime,
Mhm.
a real kind of
Economic.
a real Nixon is now out of the office, so there's a little bit of like a change.
Yeah, I think about like 78 because when I was a tour guide, I used to take people up to the Hollywood sign, and one of my favorite facts on the Hollywood tour was that in 78 it was so dilapidated
The sign,
that the O rolled down the hill.
Yeah. and
hard.
it crushed one of the people you were on the tour with.
No, I mean, I didn't do the tour.
Really.
78, please. I'm 21. I don't even know what that's like. Okay, some of the other contenders.
Can I give you another guess?
Yeah.
I like guessing.
Yeah.
1984.
1984. Check my notes. No, but I like that year. That's an exciting year.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Reagan. Action movies are pretty, movies or cinema is very exciting.
Yeah. I mean, you even get like the Orwellian callback.
Yes.
It's making it an important year
Maybe
in general.
Just impress me with this year because this better be good.
Okay, so we have a couple contenders.
Okay.
We have D-Day, which I mentioned before, June 6, 1944. We have the fall of the Berlin Wall, 1989.
That's a good one.
You're
right,
November
that
9th.
is a good one.
Right. The birth of Darwin and Abraham Lincoln, February 12th, 1809, which is interesting. I didn't know about that.
1809 over...
You don't like that.
1984? That's crazy.
Well, gunpowder was also invented in 1809, which was important.
We celebrate that every year.
Every year. Then there's the Battle of Hastings. That's 1066. That's the oldest one. And that really was what changed European history and unifying the city-states. So, like, that created the foundation for pretty much the modern anglicized world. So that is pretty important, even though it wouldn't come to mind, But let's get back to boring. After all, this is a podcast. The period from around 1.8 billion to 800 million years ago is known to geologists as the boring billion because very little happened on Earth in terms of evolution, atmospheric chemistry, or geological formation. Basically, it's like the Earth was on pause for a billion years. It wasn't until the Cambrian explosion some 530 million years ago when most major animal groups started to appear in the fossil records. So that's when things were really getting exciting. So it might be easy to get down on April 11th, 1954, but there's at least a billion years that were far, far more boring. Do you want to guess what the most exciting day of the 20th century is?
I would say it's May 6, 2026, the day of my Netflix is a Joke Golden State comedy show. 8 p.m. You can find a link below or just go to my Instagram, the Jason Horton.
Wow, great guess.